Hello everyone, I'm Andrew Harrison, and this is IndieBox Reviews, the show where we review indie boxes that come out each month. And today is not the one that came out this month, this is the one that came out probably several months ago, but it's the first one I get my hands on, and the one for this month is coming out, or I'm getting in a few weeks, or in a couple days, one of the two, and I'll be posting it up then, or, once I get done with the review. But this is the first episode, I'm really nervous, I'm really excited to get this all started, so without further ado, let's get on with this, with our first game in this long series of IndieBox reviews, The Next Penelope. And with the beginning of every single episode, I'm going to start with doing the box opening for the game, and then I'm going to do a review of the game and talk about it, and let's hope this works. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into this. Plenty you don't know, IndieBox is kind of like Loot Crate, where you can pay each month, or pay monthly, or pay all in one go, like I did, for a set amount of time, and each month they'll send you an IndieBox, kind of like this, or rather, it comes in this type of box. And what it is basically just a service where you can, where you get a game each month, and then a bunch of stuff that comes with the game. It's kind of, and where it collides with Loot Crate is you get a bunch of, like, cool stuff, like posters and different things like that, sometimes controllers. You get a copy of the game on a cartridge, which is a fold-out USB, and you'll see more once I get into this. And I think that's really cool in comparison to Loot Crate, where it's a bunch of random geeky stuff. Where this, you get a game, and you know you're going to like the stuff that you get with the game, because you'll probably like the game. They don't just randomly select indie games, they pick ones that are actually really decent. One of the cool things I find about it is that you can actually go on their website and get indie boxes from the past, and that's what I did to get this one. And so, without further ado, without wasting any more time, let's do it. I've already started opening a bit here. One thing I should mention is that in case you don't want to open these, which I don't, I really wish I didn't have to open this. I love the artwork, and I love the packaging. I would just love to have it, like, on my little thing I have down there where it's like a collection of my games. I would just love to have each month's just like on the shelf, but that's what I gotta do. First thing I pull out is this, which looks like a wristband of some sort, I'm guessing. Yes, I would be correct. Does it come out of the packaging? Please. Note to self, next episode, have a knife to open this up with. First thing seems to be like one of those bands that like snap back into place. That's pretty cool. I don't know how well you guys can actually see this. I hope it's really well. I'm going to be investing in better cameras soon, but I actually kind of like this. The Next Penelope. Woo! And what's next seems to be a poster. Oh, you may notice all the Zelda posters behind me. At some point, once I get enough of these, if a lot of these have posters, I'm gonna put the posters up on the wall. Let's just tear into this thing. And that way I can have like an indie wall, and I can set it up and I'll probably do that wall over there. Anyways. That's pretty cool. A little poster of the Next Penelope, and that's the ship that you use. Oh, it's a blueprint. I was just holding up for you guys, I didn't really know what it was. That's actually pretty cool. Definitely going on the wall. Anyways, first, the box. You know, the box is actually really cool to look at. It reminds me a lot of like classic games, which is another reason why I like this service, is because you get to have the box of like games like they used to have, and let's just open it up and holy crap. Okay, so start off, we have the IndieBox sticker. If I did not have this filming, I would be so sad. That was an amazing catch. So we have the IndieBox logo and sticker, and that's pretty cool. Next we have, the original soundtrack, and from what I've heard so far of the music of this game, this is fantastic. I love the music, and it's just so cool so far. Oh, can't wait to put that. Oh. set myself a little table here next time I do recordings. Looks like an IndieBox newsletter probably has... There. Oh yeah, it just talks about like what's in the box. Talk about their trip to PAX East. And, you know, Twitch affiliates. Stuff like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm so far really liking it. Oh, and this is the main reason why I like this. One thing you get with the IndieBox is an instruction manual. They remake it, and the IndieBox are the people who make the box for the box artwork and the box, and then they also make the instruction booklet, and I miss these. I remember all the time whenever I used to buy a game on the way home, I would like bust out the box, and I couldn't play the game like the old Pokemon games and stuff, but I'd like look at the instruction booklet and like, you know, imagine myself playing it, and like, it's actually really cool. It's actually my first time looking at it too, so... We got the story, controls. Ooh, it looks like you can use both the Xbox controller, PS4 controller, I guess, because that's what I have connected. It acts like an Xbox controller, which is kind of cool. And the PC. Options and characters. I'm already excited for this game. Looks like we have a cutout and put together, this... Yeah, for the ship. That's really cool. I have to say. I can't say it enough. I'm super excited. Oh, sweet, a little sticker for the next Penelope. I'll probably put this up on the same wall too. Sorry I keep looking over there. It's just making sure everything's on frame. But yeah, this little sticker that they have for it. And then, last but not least, we have the game. Which is kind of cool. It comes in like a little box thing, which is like... kind of reminds me of cartridges, which I miss. I miss cartridges. I love cartridges. Anyways, it's like a little card. So it's like a business card. You just like pull out and go, oh, here's my business card. Oh wait, that's a game. Sorry. Let me just get my actual business, which is Simple Push and Viola, the game. And you can get if you don't want to open this and put this USB directly into the computer to be able to play it, what you can do is you can use that code that's on the outside of the wrapping and just plug it into put the key code into Steam, and you'll have the game all ready for you to go. And you can just put the box on the shelf, which is really what I want to do, but I can't do that. So, without further ado, let's get on to the next part of the review, where we look at the gameplay, test it out, and review it. The story for this game may not be something that's super intricate, and it's nothing like The Last of Us or games to that caliber, but for the type of game that it is, which is like a top-down 2D racing game, the story is actually pretty good, and it has a lot of Greek mythology, which I adore, and I loved it, Greek mythology, back when I was a kid in high school, and I still kind of like it nowadays. The year is set in 3044, and it's been 10 years since the king, Odius, set sail and left his kingdom. He set sail sometime during the Trojan War. Now, the kingdom of Ithaca is under attack from Poseidon, the father of the Cyclops. Now, in order to save her home, Penelope, the wife of Odius, must venture off into the galaxy to find her missing husband and stop Poseidon. The gameplay for this reminds me of really old classic games like Micro Machines and stuff like that, where you can't speed up and slow down in this game. You gotta use left and right and try to dodge obstacles, use your abilities or powers or weapons that you have in order to win the race. And without having control over your speed, it kind of sucks, but it's just, I guess it's interesting to only be able to turn left and right with your movement. And it's more of tank controls while maintaining a constant speed. You can increase your speed by hitting boost pads or using the boost ability, which you gain later in the game. The game has you traveling to different planets or levels and playing a set of 3 stages. When you complete a level, you gain a new ability or a new weapon. The 3 stages usually consist of the first one being you learning what the new power is that you're going to obtain at the end of this level. The second stage is a race, where you use that power that you just tried in the last one to experiment with to actually win a race. And the third stage is a boss fight, where you take everything you learned with the past 2 stages into the third stage and try to win. The different type of weapons you unlock is the Smash Boost, which you can boost into your foes and destroy them, the Plasma Gun, which you can use to shooting foes that are a bit further away from you, the Vampire Mines, which are good on table, where if you plant them behind you and then when someone else is smashed into them, you gain health while they get destroyed. It is nice to gain health that way, but during boss fights or just in general, if those mines stay there and if no one hits them, you have to dodge them on your next round, so you gotta be very careful when you put them. The ability to teleport, which is as it says, a harpoon, which you can use to hook onto people in front of you and send them flying behind you, or hook objects in front of you to move them out of the way. And a black crystal, which turns all projectiles that are flying towards you, like missiles and stuff, into experience, which is really good when you're trying to experience grind. But a little bit of a downside to that is all these weapons take away an energy meter, and when the energy meter runs out, that's also your health, and you die, which you will do a lot in this game, because you don't have a lot to begin with, and unless you're using the mines constantly, which I recommend you try to get first, you're gonna run out all the time, and you are going to die constantly. After you beat the main story, you gain 5 bonus missions, which is a really cool way to extend the life of your game. I really like when games give you stuff to do after you beat the main story. It's kind of like bonus content, and it's like more bang for your buck, and the fact that this game is already cheap as it is really just the icing on the cake. The visuals are really visually pleasing. I love how this game looks. It's just so beautiful to look at. Each level is so different, and because each level focuses on you trying out the different powers, which you can bring stage to stage after you beat the levels, and you can bring them to any level you want. Anyways, it's just so nice that it doesn't get repetitive. Even this one level where it's dark and gloomy, I was entertained the entire time I was playing it, even though I had to play it 1,000 times, because that one fucking level was hard as shitballs. But still, it's fantastic, and I loved everything about this game when it comes to their visuals, and for the audio, the music is so amazing, and I'm so glad this game came with the soundtrack, because the soundtrack for this is incredible. And the fact that this entire game was made by one guy is like, what? Hello? You did the music, and the coding, and the visuals? What? Jeez, man. Good on you. That's actually fantastic. Another really cool thing about it is they have this little shop where you can buy stuff like experience. It's like an RPG where you can spend your experience on stuff to increase different stats, like how fast you go, the ability to have more health, etc., and stuff like that, which is a really cool concept for the type of game. Okay, everyone, so with that out of the way, now the big question is, what do I give this game out of 10? Well, I'm not really one for the racing type of genre of gameplay, but I really did like the visuals. I thought they were spectacular. I really loved the soundtrack, and the story, while it could have been more, I didn't feel like the story was actually important to this game, so putting any story at all was really just a bonus. I would personally give this game about a 7 out of 10. It's not a game I'm probably going to go back to time and time again, probably just for party, with the 4-player and stuff like that, but overall, it's just not my kind of game. But for anyone who's into these type of games, I would strongly recommend you guys play this. It is fantastic, especially for people who I've shown this game to and talked about to them. They absolutely loved it, and they were into the racing genre. So, the final score is 7 out of 10. But it's not really up to me to decide if this game is actually good or not. It really should be up to you guys. So, I strongly recommend you guys go on to IndieBox.com. The link will be in the description below. And you guys just try out this game for yourself. You can get the game there. It probably costs about $26 for subscription fees. A month it's about the same. That's, I think, what I'm paying, but I'm in Canada, so things are just a bit more expensive when it comes to shipping it and stuff. But, hey, it's a really cool service to get games every month and a bunch of stuff like soundtracks and to bring back the box and stuff like that. It's just fantastic. So, I give the game 7 out of 10, I've already said that, and I give the subscription and IndieBox 10 out of 10. Fantastic job, guys. Keep it up. I love it, and I can't wait to see what comes out next. Hey guys, thank you guys for watching. This has been really fun. Still nervous. As soon as all this nervous is out, I'm sure it'll be so much better in the future. I haven't exactly worked out an intro yet. I'm probably going to have to wait a couple videos unless one of you guys comes up with a really cool intro, an intro song. I'm totally down for that. And even for an outro. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.